Hello, everybody. Welcome to Jumping in an Elevator, the podcast where I full stop. Special welcome today to McKenna. Thank you for being one of my top tier patrons. And you know what? I'm going to give you a special piece of advice. If you're not McKenna, you can't listen to this advice. Just when you're starting a chess game, just make sure you're choosing the right opening for the opponent. These days, everyone's just going for the Queen's Gambit. And look, you do what you need to do, but I'm just saying sometimes it might be worth considering another opening. Great. How's everyone doing? Cool. Me personally, look, there's two great updates that just happened today, and they're both involved in Amazon order. I ordered an 8-port extension, what's it called? Extension power board thing. Because usually power boards have like 4 or 5 things we can plug the things in. Why can't I think of words right now? You know what I'm trying to say, right? But I found one, and it has 8. The scream, the collapse, the absolute collapse of it all. High flop, high wig. That's what I said when I saw the package. I was like, high wig. Out of context, that sentence could go places. But I will move on. Also in my order, actually, no, I'm not done talking about the power board. Let's just rewind quickly. The power board's black, and that's important because my desk is black. The carpet's black, all my camera equipment's black, and it just felt right to have a black power board. And for some reason, there are no black power boards, thus here in the country that I'm in. Australia, if you will. Speaking of Australia, absolute turmoil, absolute tumultuous times on TikTok for me. Not the tumultuous TikTok times. So they've started trying to do Australian accents. And look, I think it's fun. Until it's not. And it's like, what is the goal here? Are we laughing with or are we laughing at? Something to consider. What was the one that I saw? Someone tagged me in one, and this is my rule on the matter. If you tag me in one of these and I see it and it's bad, I'm blocking the person and I'm blocking you. So if you want to run that gauntlet, the Russian roulette, if you will, stream Russian Roulette by Red Velvet, you can go ahead and do that. But I'm just suggesting don't do that. Because some of them are good. Like, some of the H2O ones are genuinely funny, but then some of them are just like, it's getting weird. Like, saying lawnmower. It's not that serious. And I'm seeing this one of this guy saying lawnmower, and I'm like, oh, why am I feeling a rage right now? You know what I mean? I'm just like, I shouldn't be enraged by this. And some of them don't enrage me, but some of them do. And then the comments are all like, look at all the Australians getting mad. It's so bad. That's why we're getting mad. That rhymed. Oh, I just can't get out of my rhymes era. It's just too good. I'm just rhyming too much these days. MM the MC. Oh, I can't stop. It's just... Oh, you notice I can't stop? Playing Genshin Impact. I downloaded Warframe, and I also downloaded Genshin Impact. And I was watching videos on how to play Warframe, and I was like, this looks scarily bad to play as someone who's not good. Like, it looks like a good game, but me playing it, I just don't see it in my That's So Raven visions that I'm going to be good at this thing. So I'm just not going down that path yet, but I've downloaded the game, maybe in the future. So I also downloaded Genshin Impact, started playing that. They let me choose the name of the character. Of course, I chose the name Skinny. Every single time I'm playing a game and they let me choose the name, it's always Skinny because it's just always fucking funny to me when your character says, hello, I'm Skinny. Or this is my friend, Skinny. Or have you spoken to her? She's Skinny. Like that kind of stuff. That's very funny to me because I am 12. I'm enjoying it. It's fun. I'm on like adventure level 9 or something, and you need like adventure level 16 to play co-op online. So I think I will stream it eventually, but when I get to level 16, because at the moment it's just me grinding through levels and I don't think that's very fun to watch. And also, I don't know what a gacha game is. Every time I ask people what actually is Genshin Impact, they're like, a gacha game. And I'm like, but what does that mean? I thought it was like gotcha, like, haha, gotcha. Like a horror game, like a jump scare game. Gotcha. High flop, but no. So that is one of the things I need to be Googling. And yet, have I Googled it? No. Will I Google it? Maybe. Other things that have been happening this week. I bought a lamp at like 2:30 a.m, half asleep in bed, and just completely forgot about it. Like, totally. And it's not like it was a cute little $5 lamp from Amazon. Like, it was a decent, well-made, and thus quite appropriately priced lamp. And I just bought it and then went to sleep. Like, I reckon less than 2 minutes later, I was asleep after I checked out. And I completely forgot about it until I was on the phone to my sister talking about the power board. And I was like, oh, there's a few things that I've ordered that are arriving. Talking about like mainly vinyls, the Chromatica vinyl, I managed to find that, things like that. And then I was like, oh shit, I actually bought a lamp. When is that coming? What does the lamp even bloody look like? So that's fun. My new thing is like buying things online and not being able to tell if I did it in real life or in a dream. Because in my dreams, I'm also buying things online. It's so sick. It's so twisted. I remember it used to be like, I would dream about studying, but like obviously wasn't actually doing, like adding anything of value to my actual study by trying to study in the dreams, because you can't do that. It's not a thing. But then when I was like having those little dream study sessions, like I'd be in the library in my dream. It's such a lame dream. Like fucking go run out onto the street, run into a car or something, do something exciting. Get the clicks, views, and engagement. If you die in a dream, you wake up. Okay, great. Yeah, but then like because the dreams were so inconsequential and boring, I would wake up and then I just wasn't sure if what had happened was real or not. Like in the dream, maybe I would vividly remember that I dropped my pen in the library in the dream, and the next day I'll be like walking around and I'm like, did that happen? Was I in the library and dropped my pen? It's getting weird. So what now? I'm buying things online, buying lamps online in my dreams. Everyone, that's how it's going for me. How about I just talk about what this episode of the podcast is supposed to be about? I started rewatching Gossip Girl. But at what cost? This show. Also, I think I wiped it from my memory because I have watched it all the way through. I think twice maybe. But I'm watching it now and I'm like, why am I doing this to myself, first of all? And second of all, why don't I remember any of this? It's so strange. Like when I think of Pretty Little Liars and when I'm rewatching Pretty Little Liars, like I can remember the things that are happening, but in Gossip Girl, I'm like, well, okay, this sucks. Anyway, so I thought we could go through the characters and I'll give you my thoughts of someone with some form of memory loss, talking about the characters, knowing slightly what's going to happen later, but also I haven't finished season 1 in my rewatch. I'm on episode like 12 or 13 or something. Let's start with Chuck. Fuck Chuck. It's always been fuck Chuck. It'll always be fuck Chuck. I could not care less if this man has the best redemption arc in the world. I do not care. He's crusty. He is disgusting. Literally, is it in the first episode or the first 2 episodes? He tries to get Jenny drunk at a party so he can have sex with her. Chuck is like 16 and Jenny's 14. And I'm watching this like, what? How did this get through? Oh, don't even get me started on the ages thing. Oh, isn't Dan going to have a child in 3 seasons or something? Don't fucking get me started. Dan... No, I'm not done talking about it. I need to calm down, one at a time. Let's go. Chuck, disgusting, right? So he's done that. He's also just... I don't think he's that good looking. Like, not saying the actor is ugly, but I'm just saying I don't understand the appeal of what they're trying to portray Chuck as. Like, it's just like He's shit. Oh, what's this? He's shit again in a different context. Oh, what's this? He's also shit again with shit outfits. Like, pick a struggle, I would say. If you're going to be an asshole, at least dress nice. Then what's another fun thing that Chuck did? Oh, he had sex with Blair and then blackmailed her about it. So that's fun. And he's also best friends with Nate, who is dating Blair at this point in time anyway. And he's like telling Blair to not hook up with Nate or not do anything with Nate, just like completely blow him off. But in the meantime, he's like telling Nate that Blair's not interested in him. Like, it's so like, this man. Delete him, I say. And then Bart Bass, Krusty, Lily, don't do it. Lily bestie. Okay. Spoke about Chuck, spoke about Bart. Let's talk about Lily. Lily Vanderwoodson. I think I'm a Lily stan, right? At least for season 1, I'm a Lily stan. She's always serving face. She's always serving looks. She's always serving outfits. She's serving sass, comedy. She's a comedy queen, maybe. And look, everything that's going on with her and Rufus, and I guess as a viewer, we're supposed to be on the side of Rufus in all this. I'm just like, Team Lily, you know, if she wants to marry Bart, bestie. Like, get the bag. Do what you need to do. A G5 is a G5. What's that Nicki lyric? G5 is my idea of an update. Yeah. Dinner with my man on a G5 is my idea of an update. That's such a good fucking bar. Oh, I saw a TikTok of Nicki rapping the Roman Reloaded verse in the studio, and it sounds exactly like the track. And you might be like, well, duh, because she sings it. Well, no, because a lot of rap songs, there's a lot done to the voice before it's put on the track, which is fine because that sounds great too. But I was like, oh my God, it sounds exactly the same. Shout out to Nicki, of course. There's a good TikTok audio that I'm saving up. It's Doja Cat, You Right? Is it You Right? I think it's You Right, off the new album Planet Her, which is fantastic, by the way. And the audio says, thank you, Nicki. I love you. I'm going to use that audio, but I haven't decided the context yet. Stay tuned for more. Also, went semi-viral on a TikTok. Me doing the glitch effect. Shout out to Glitch Girl Boss. I love doing the glitch effect. I've been glitching for a while offline, and then I saw this bestie appear, and she's like absolutely girl bossing the glitch trend, and I was like, oof, let me give this a go. And I did it, and it popped off slightly. And Glitch Girl Boss commented on it, and I screamed and fell and collapsed. I pinned it to the comments. You know what? Because I had to. She's like a worldwide hero at this point. She's like the next Avenger. Glitch Girl Boss. I'm hoping that she manages to stay at that level, because with TikTok you have to pivot a lot all the time. If you blow up for something in particular, it's quite hard to get out of that niche, but I hope she does, because she's really funny. So shout out to Glitch Girl Boss. Why am I talking about that? Because I was talking about TikTok, because I was talking about Nicki, because I was talking about updates, dates in the air, G5, Lily, Bart Bass, Chuck Bass. All right, next character, let's talk about Rufus. This man is simply not old enough to have a 17-year-old son. Let's just get that out of the way straight away. None of these parents are old enough, apart from Bart Bass, who looks 70. What is going on? This show gives me a special kind of migraine. One that I'm not getting from any other show. Sometimes I would have got it from the show Heroes, I think. But yeah, I haven't had it in a while, and I'm getting it again with Gossip Girl. My issue is, this man looks 30. Lily looks 30. Eleanor doesn't really look 30. She looks age appropriate, but these two, Lily and Rufus, I'm like, it's just not believable. Sorry. It looks like Rufus is Dan's brother or uncle, who's like 5 years older. Also, Dan does not look 17, but maybe he actually was 17 during filming. Hang on, let me do the maths. I think he was born in 86. Season 1 was like 2007, 2006, 2007. So he was like 20, 21. Why do I know all that information? Don't ask questions. Let's move forward. Okay, so he was 21, and I think the actor for Rufus was 34. Again, why do I know that? Doesn't matter. We move on. So technically the age difference is like 13 years, but they're trying to make it so that Dan's 17 and the dad is like mid-30s or something. I didn't believe it. Rufus is too nice, I think, for the show, because something that I realized is that every character in Gossip Girl is shit. Like, they're all shit, and I think that's the point. And so far, up to episode 12, 13, Rufus doesn't really have something that makes him shit. So time will tell. We'll see what's around the corner. Let's talk about Dan. No. Just absolutely not, I say. Dan Humphries, he's not giving what he was supposed to give. You know, I think, no. Like, I don't feel bad for him when he's, like, going to these parties. He's like, I feel left out. Well, seems like a you problem. You know what I mean? There's just something. I'm like, you are very annoying. Can we get someone else in the limelight? And spoiler, knowing that he's Gossip Girl, it kind of triggers my fight or flight response. Especially because it just doesn't really make any fucking sense, does it? The amount of times that he's like looking at the computer at an update from Gossip Girl and he's like, oh, new information. Bitch, you wrote it. Gossip Girl intro talking thing. Talking about Serena. I'm hoping that this is online somewhere. What does Gossip Girl say in the intro? Because there's the, where has she been, Serena? I loved that intro. Oof. The intro to Gossip Girl is fucking fantastic. I need to find the actual text for it. Hang on, let me try and brainstorm it and come up with my own. Spotted in Grand Central Station. Serena Vanderwoodson. Something, something, something. Star-crossed lover, lonely boy. No, it's weird. It's weird that Dan did all that shit. It's weird. I remember in the final season, they're all just like, about Dan being Gossip Girl. Everyone that was watching was like, oh, okay. This little bitch literally ruined lives, and no one cares. Anyway, Stan Jenny. Let's talk about Jenny. With Jenny, it's supposed to be like, Jenny, don't give up your country town roots. Don't turn into one of the horrible people in the Upper East Side. And I'm not talking about what happens later in the seasons because, well, Jenny's character kind of goes through a little bit of a meat grinder, I would say. But season 1, Jenny, it's giving very much Andy in Devil Wears Prada in a sense that we want her to not turn into this person. That's what they want us to think. But at the same time, I'm like, just go for it, bestie. Like, skip your mum's little art gallery showing the art's not even good anyway. Also, your mum cheats on your dad and she's breaking up the family. Go to the party, you know? That kind of vibe. It's just a little bit of fun. You get like a free bracelet from Blair. Is it worth it? Who knows? That brings me to probably the second crustiest person so far, Vanessa. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. Miss Vanessa, girl, get a hobby. Like, do something, you know? the stories like Dan confessed his love for Vanessa. She was like, I'm out. And then she left. And now she's back. And she's like, no, but wait, Wig, I kind of love you. And Dan's like, well, I'm with Serena now. But Miss Vanessa just can't let it go. And she keeps like dropping hints. And Blair's just having absolutely none of it. She's like, stay away from Dan. That's Serena's man. Yes, that's another rhyme. And Vanessa's just not taking the hint. And I'm like, girl, how is any of this happening? What do you do? Do you go to the school? Where are your parents? That I feel like I say this a lot when I'm talking about TV shows involving teenagers. Where are the parents? In this case, we know where the parents are, and they are in no position to help because they are themselves technically too young. Because they're like 30 and the children are like 20. Do not get me started again on that. When I was thinking about Dan, I just remember that he has a freaking child. Milo Humphrey. I'm not mentally ready to go through these seasons. I thought I was, but maybe I'm not. Let's talk about our next character. Let's do Blair. I think Blair is a bitch in season 1. Like first 5 to 10 episodes, Blair is an absolute bitch with no redeeming factors other than being rich and sassy and rude, which sometimes you need that. And she's just a cow. Like the things that she does to Serena, like when Eric was in the that institution because he tried to, la-di-da, and Serena was like going to check on him and stuff, and then Blair told her prospective colleges that she was in the institution for rehab because she was addicted to drugs and alcohol. That is such ratty behaviour. And I know she's got some huge arcs coming, and I know she's bestie girl boss, but thin fucking ice, I say, I would have just run in the absolute opposite direction. But they were like, that's what best friends do, they fight. And I'm like, well, maybe. But they don't sabotage futures by saying that this person's in rehab. It's getting weird. Ugh. Mind you, Blair's fashion has like really stood the test of time because Dan's fashion, disgusting, but it was disgusting then as well. Chuck's fashion, disgusting, always has been, always will be. Nate's fashion kind of stands up too. Serena's is actually quite crusty, but Blair's is so good. It's just such classic outfits kind of vibes. And I think that really is that kind of Upper East Side aesthetic, even though I've literally never been and all I've ever seen is Gossip Girl. But that's the vibe that I get, okay? And actually on the subject of the Upper East Side, they're all so horrible to Serena. And you're supposed to be like, Serena was such a bad girl. Serena did so many bad things. They're getting payback on her. Serena is literally the only protagonist at the start of season 1. Let's be real. Well, like apart from your Rufus Humphreys, etc., I'm talking like she doesn't really do anything wrong, and she's not super annoying. Well, she is annoying, but she's not doing anything in particular that makes me be like, ugh. You know what I mean? Like I can think of things that Chuck, Blair, Dan, Vanessa, Jenny, are things that they all do that are like, all right then. But Serena doesn't really do anything wrong. And the worst thing she's done so far is model for Blair's mum's fashion line. But she was kind of gaslit into doing that. So who to believe, And then also on the topic of Serena, girl needs to put the vests away. I don't know what was going on in the costume department in Gossip Girl, but someone needed to be fired for having so many vests on Miss Blake Lively. She didn't deserve that. It was rude. Someone had a vendetta against her. V for vendetta, evidently. Okay, moving on from Serena, let's talk about Nate. Nate is another one that hasn't really done anything that bad. He just seems a bit clueless, but he hasn't done anything bad. He's just kind of gone along with the schemes. He's been schemed and played by everyone, if you think about it. Oh my God, he actually has been schemed and played so far in season 1. Because Serena hooked up with Nate behind Blair's back. Actually, no, he did do something wrong. He hooked up with Serena behind Blair's back. Well, there goes that tangent. What I was trying to say was Chuck leads Nate into all this shit. Nate's dad framed Nate for drug possession. Carter Bazin, bloody Sebastian Stan, he's there too, Winter Soldier. Mr. Sir, before he got the metal arm, you know the vibes. Where's Wanda? Shout out to Wanda. Why does everything happen in New York, by the way? Just thinking about that. Wanda, Doctor Strange, New York City. It always goes down in New York City. There are actually other cities in the world. I don't know if comics are aware of that. I was going to say, can you imagine a show like Gossip Girl based in Melbourne? And I was like, Real Housewives of Melbourne. Is Real Housewives just the next iteration of Gossip Girl? Mind you, Real Housewives actually started before Gossip Girl, I think. The early seasons of the American original Real Housewives seasons. That's actually on my list of things to watch. I want to watch Real Housewives of Atlanta from the start, and I also want to watch Real Housewives of New York from the start. So that's on the list, everybody. So many things on the list. What else is on the list? Fixing my sleep schedule. That's on the list. Oh, you know what else is on the list? Organizing my lisp. Hello. Organizing my cables, which brings me to the second thing that I ordered in my Amazon order and never explained. I have them here. They're like these little clips that you put on the table and then you push cords into them. So they stick to the table and you push cords into them. And they've honestly, no joke, saved my life, I would say. I was struggling. There were cables everywhere. And then these came along and I said, thank you. And they said, a pleasure. You're welcome. Also, here's a discount. And I said, thanks. That's so great of you, especially in this economy. Great conversation that I had with these adhesive little sticky things. Would highly recommend. I don't know what they're called. I just typed in cable management and that's what came up. And my cables are managed, mischief managed. All right, which of the characters haven't I spoken about yet? Eleanor. Okay, so Blair's mum. She is also horrible at the start because she's keeps bringing up Blair being overweight, which she obviously is not. And should you really be eating that? Or oh, Blair, I would love for you to cover my line, my fashion line. And then actually she's like, actually I want Serena. Sorry, babes. Sorry. Yeah, so she kind of sucks. And then Blair's dad sounds like he cheated on Blair's mum with this model. And then he went to Paris with the model. And I can't remember the model's name. And they bought a house. And then he comes back and surprises them with the model being like, this is my partner. And then Blair's like, I think the fuck not, you trick ass bitch. So that's fun. Also, so much opulence. Opulence, you own everything. There's just so much going on at all times in these houses. Also, Dan living in that damn loft. There's so many records in that record cabinet thing. Rufus really was a little rock star, wasn't he? I remember I got dragged to smithereens because I said that Dan lived in, I think I said Manhattan. I said something wrong. I said he lived in the wrong place. Everyone's like, well, actually, Dan lived in blah, blah, blah. Sorry about that. Okay, so I was talking about the parents. Dan and Jenny's mum, she's kind of crusty. She is kind of giving girl boss, but crusty girl boss. Like, she's giving girl boss, but also gatekeep gaslight, not just girl boss. Interesting. I want to talk more about the fashion because I'm not done ratting on Dan. Dan's fashion, it's like they did it because they knew I would rewatch it and get mad. And they wanted to see that reaction. They wanted to see the fear in my eyes when I see Dan wearing a disgusting outfit. Where are the skaters, I say? I know there are skaters around. Why couldn't you make Dan skater vibes? Like, he's supposed to be this rebellious outsider at the preppy school. Put him in like a fun skater outfit, not just shit fashion sense. I just can't believe that Serena fell in love with Dan. I guess everybody has a chance. Why am I reading him for filth? No, he deserves it. He deserves it. Sorry to say. Rufus has better fashion than him. Ugh. Also, oh my God. Okay, there's this one scene in like episode 2 where Jenny's like laying on the bed and she's like got her feet up in the air behind her and she's talking to Dan. And there are so many clips of her feet. It's so strange. It's so weird. I remember watching it like, what the fuck is going on here? It is in no other scene thus far in the show that this has happened. But there's one scene, Jenny on the bed, and she's talking and they zoom in on the feet moving. And then Dan's talking and then she's talking and then just the feet. It's weird. It's like, do you remember how there was like the whole thing with the guy from Nickelodeon? He used to like put feet in everything. Ugh. I was just like, what the fuck is going on here? I should actually find out who directed that episode because it was weird. Anyway, shout out to Dorota. I remember her having much more of a role in the later seasons, but in season 1, she's just kind of like tertiary character. But yeah, shout out to Dorota, of course. Let's go and talk about the best houses thus far. Serena's living in the hotel famously, and Nate has this kind of like townhouse vibe. Blair has I think she also lives in a hotel, but like in the penthouse or something because it's an elevator. I like Blair's house. I really like Dan's loft. I'm going to say it. I don't know if that contradicts anything that I've said before about Dan's loft, but I like the Humphrey loft. I think it's quite nice. I think it's becoming more of my style. You know, the exposed brick, the glasses, the glass on the windows. Why do none of these characters have glasses? That's weird. You expect me to believe everyone has 20/20 eyesight, including the adults? I know Lily has reading glasses. Where are they? They can't win at everything. Being rich doesn't give you 20/20 eyesight for the rest of your life, does it? Hold on. Can I pay for 20/20 vision? I think you can get like laser eye surgery, but I don't know if that means it goes back to 20/20 vision. Well, this is telling me absolutely nothing. Google, you're flopping. Look, I think Google's flopping recently. I don't know what's happening with her, but Miss Google Home is flopping. Google Search is flopping. There's just a lot that is just not going her way. And she's also acting out. For example, I use Google Photos, and as part of that, they make these little animations and collages and shit. And I think Google may have a vendetta against me because the little animations that they're making are just sick and twisted. And the collages are just disgusting. Like, for example, the other day I tried to take Instagram photos. They were bad. Didn't go anywhere, clearly. But there was this one photo that I had put the countdown timer on, but I didn't get into position in time. So then it's like this weird like zoom in on my face. And I didn't delete it because I was like taking photos, blah, 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 blah. Guess which photo Google decided to put in a collage where it was just the photo 4 times in a row. The close-up of my face where I'm like sticking my tongue out weirdly. Like, it's just they're so wrong for that, you know? And then the animations thing, because my settings on TikTok are that when I make a TikTok, it saves it as a video automatically in my phone. And Google's just decided that those are prime candidates to make little GIFs. So there's like GIFs of me like moving slightly in a TikTok, and they're like, well, this is great content. Mr. Mike's going to absolutely love this. Let's put this out for him. No. And then the ones where it's like memories, they choose the ugliest face. Why is Google fucking Photos plotting on my downfall? I was looking at one that was like then versus now, 2018 versus 2021. Bad photos of me in 2018, bad photos of me in 2021. And I know there are good ones because I took them. They're just so wrong for that, you know? I cannot find solace in Google Photos and these stupid little things that they're doing. But I like Google Photos in terms of storage. Absolutely. Absolutely that. Exactly. But these little animations, someone has to pay. And I am actually paying for Google Photos because it's quite good in terms of storage. But anyway, in terms of Gossip Girl, I know what's coming in season 1. We got Miss Georgina coming in. There's a lot of shit that's going to go down. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not going to be consuming at the same speed that I consumed the first 12 episodes because why? I'm playing Genshin Impact. Yes. Exactly. But I think I'll probably check back in when I finish season 1 and have a discussion. And then I might actually watch Pretty Little Liars season 2 before I watch Gossip Girl season 2. But I'll keep you posted. I think that brings me to the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you aren't watching Gossip Girl, maybe give it a watch before the new reboot comes along, which I didn't talk about at all. So that's fun. I pretty much have to do another episode about Gossip Girl. Maybe when the reboot comes out. Cool. Thank you all so much for listening, and I will talk to you soon. Peace out. Bye.